Hello and welcome back to True Crime Guys Podcast. I'm your host, Michael, and you bet your ass Andy's in here.
Oh, Michael, I am here,
Did you just take another sip of that shine, Andy?
I took a sip of the shine to kick us off.
You're going to be in rare form tonight.
Prime time, Michael.
You're
It's
going to
prime
be
time.
sweat and shine with the way
I
it is in
am
the studio.
burning in a core that I didn't know I had.
I hate to bring it up. I'm sorry. But guys, before we get into it today, we got to remind you can check out Patreon, patreon.com/truecrimeguys, where you can get access to these episodes early, ad-free, with bonus content. You can also be a free patron as well and see everything that's posted and when and all that good stuff. And you get access to tons of old old shows, rather, that we have retired or put a bow on or whatever you want to call them.
Retarded.
Yeah, retired.
What? Oh, okay.
Can't say that anymore, Andy. Retired. What the hell's wrong with you?
So
Get us canceled.
That's a long-running joke since Deadpool came out with me and my fiance. Every time someone says retired, you will hear someone from the other room go, retarded. And it's from Deadpool and Wolverine. Right. That's what Blade says. I'm just quoting a movie.
Okay, yeah, I'm just quoting a movie. There we go. But yeah, guys, don't forget to check out Patreon and check out our other sponsors as well as like Oh My Gaia. And be sure to support those that support us. We appreciate that very much. You can leave a review, and you can also rate on almost any podcast app. So if you do that, we appreciate it very much.
And guys, don't forget to check out the rest of the shows on the Believe Network that we have recently joined. There are lots of interesting shows on there.
Thank you for bringing that up, Andy.
Take your pick, look around, find some shows that might be interesting to you, get some reviews on there. But yeah, guys, we are on the Believe Network now. So
lots of killer true crime on there as well.
Find some more interesting things on there. We'll be here the whole time, but yes, there's some more things for you to check out on our network, guys.
Right. Yeah, nothing really changes in our aspect of the show. You might hear some different ads or whatnot. I want to clarify something right now on the episode. If you hear an ad and it's not mine or Andy's voice, we're probably not even aware that this ad is on our show.
True.
So please don't think that it is an endorsement from either of us or True Crime Guys in general. We're just trying to pay our bills so we can continue to do this. So please don't get upset and unfollow or stop listening just because you hear an ad, especially if it's an ad not using our voice.
Yeah, if it's something you don't appreciate, something you don't agree with, we might not agree with it either.
We might not either, but either
guys,
way, please don't let it affect
They put stuff on our show.
It's
the nature of the beast.
It's the future of podcasting now. You know, it is. AI is in everything, and now it's an ad placement. So that's why a lot of your favorite shows may be playing some weird ads or ads that you don't think align with their political views. I don't think, on this show we don't get political. I don't really see it to be necessary. But yeah, either way, neither here nor there. We're on Believe Network. Thank you guys for supporting us. And still the best way to do it is to listen and rate and share it with your friends.
Yes, you are.
But today we are talking about a bombing that took place in Finland.
Finland, Michael.
Yes.
I cannot wait to hear you pronounce these bad boys.
I'm going to butcher the hell out of it, Andy. But hey, I'm doing my best because we're going to be about one of the only English episodes, I think, on this case. I couldn't find anything, even on YouTube. I had to watch some videos, where they were done from Finnish people, and I had to just read it the whole time, like I'm watching a foreign film, which is, it's fine. It's fine, but I have to rely on AI to translate it correctly.
Yeah, you hope that's what they said.
Yeah, exactly. So I went on, did a lot of my other research, and so now we got a English translation from English-speaking people who are real people of this case, finally, and we're going to be the ones to do it, Andy.
We will?
We're doing it right now.
Hell yeah, Michael.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about the Myyrmanni bombing, which took place on October 11th, 2002 in Greater Helsinki, Finland, at the Myyrmanni shopping mall. A bomb that was hidden in a backpack exploded in the center of a shopping center, killing 7 people, including 2 teenagers and a 7-year-old. 159 people were injured, 10 of which were children. The bomber, Petri Gerdt, was also killed in the explosion. He was only 19 years old.
Has a hell of an explosion for just a backpack. That is a pretty big bomb.
And as we'll learn, Petri was no stranger to bombs. He was very even though just 19 years old, my man was a chemistry fanatic.
Yeah, had a hyper focus to an extent,
if you will. Yes, and his motive, his reasoning, a lot of the the evidence around the crime is what makes it for such great conversation, and that is why I picked the case for today.
Okay.
All right, Andy, you ready?
I think so.
All right, let's hit it. Let's get into it.
Okay.
Ammonium nitrate and nitro, methane and 6,000 pellets. It was all contained in a plastic bottle, stuffed in a backpack. That's 7 souls that will never get back. Gone, just like that. Gone. Just like that. I wanna believe that this wasn't on purpose, and you don't believe that humans are worthless. But you knew the chemistry, the reaction was misery, and you saw it all in your dreams. Now you're gone, just like that. Gone, just like that. Now you're gone, just like that. Now you're gone, just like that. Just like that.
All right. So Petri Gerdt was the oldest child of the family. And when Gert was a year old, his family moved to Kurila. Nailed it.
Yep.
I nailed it, Andy. You go ahead. You want to try it?
Takuria.
Yeah, you did better, I think. There were hardly any families with children in that area, so Petri grew up pretty much alone. Spent a lot of time alone, but he did have a little sister, and his father was quoted as saying, when his sister was at home, Petri had a friend.
Oh.
But at school, Petri was bullied quite a bit, even though he denied this when asked. His father would ask him about it often because he kind of had suspicions, right? that he was being bullied, but Petri was like, no, he was too proud.
Petri comes in, his shirt is just disheveled, he has black eye, no lunchbox. Son, was everything okay at school today? It was great. I learned about ABCs. I learned about friendship and the power of biting one's tongue.
I see that. But yeah, so naturally, getting bullied left Petri out of a lot of stuff, like a lot of groups, a lot of different cliques and stuff. And he got bullied for stupid shit, like the way he walked or his posture, but as he got older, he got taller. And, he's kind of a taller, lankier character, 187 centimeters, 6'1", if you're in America.
Okay.
But the bullying was mostly mental. After that, once you go over 6 foot, especially in Finland, he's tall for Finland.
He's tall for Finland.
He's tall for Finland.
I'm tall. I'm tall as hell for Finland.
Yeah, you're a giant in Finland. But Petri did well at school, though. In spite of all this, although his scores during his matriculation exam, which is SATs for Americans, okay, your college, the test you take right before you go to college, his scores were worse than he had expected, so he ended up settling to study at EvTech University of Applied Sciences, which from my understanding, is kind of like a community college.
Yeah.
I guess,
Yeah, kind of like a little, what do you want to call, like a trade school almost?
Yeah, more focused, right? He would have liked to have gone to a more prestigious university, but he worked with what he had. And during that summer, though, he worked at a supermarket called Hong Kong, and he loved working there. He wanted to work weekends even. A lot of his co-workers and his family said he loved it, or maybe he was just saving up money for bombs.
Listen, job's a job.
Job's a job. But he was well-liked at work, and he was good at his job. But by the time Petri was 19, his hobbies were kind of narrowed down to include basketball, because he's tall now.
Yeah.
For Finland.
He's a Finnish sinner.
He's a
6'1" Finnish
Right.
center.
Right. And then also, he had work. And then, of course, he had his extracurricular activity of homemade explosives.
Everybody's got to have a hobby.
Everybody's got something. Everybody's
Got to
got
have
something.
a hobby, okay, guys?
But his coworkers, I don't think they knew a lot about his homemade explosives hobby because they thought, he just played basketball and they just described him as a shy or timid person. Most people did. Other students, his basketball teammates, they all said he was socially maybe awkward. Not awkward, but isolated. He just chose not to talk much.
I feel like most bomb makers are not extroverts.
Probably not.
They're not someone who's going to
I
talk
don't
about
think
their
those two go hand in hand.
I don't either. I
No.
don't think a good bomb maker is gonna find a way to work that into casual conversation. It's
I
like,
don't
oh, you
think
did.
so.
That's so great that you got that promotion this weekend.
Right.
That's so great. You're gonna be a director now. Okay, so I got some ammonium nitrate that I'm actually working on that might be able to express this detonator into a larger radius.
Right.
Be like,
Did I
what?
hear gender reveal? I can help you out.
Did I hear?
Yeah. But yeah, they said that, he was shy, but not in a abnormal or creepy way. Okay?
Good.
Not in
Okay.
a creepy way. But he did frequent an online forum that I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of, Andy. You want to take a swing at this?
Kotakimia Forum.
Nailed it.
Kotakimia Forum.
Yeah, basically it means home chemistry in Finnish, from what I can understand.
I get it.
Home chemistry forum. But on this forum, he engaged with a lot of other users about building bombs. His screen name was RC, most likely standing for radio controlled, and his bio on the forum was probably the most outrageous thing about him, in general.
Really?
Yeah, it said, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Revenge is the sweetest joy next to getting pussy.
What fucking song lyric is that from? Michael, I want you to Google that now. That's a song lyric. What?
It's like, hold on a minute. When he said ain't, I was
Ain't?
like, that's not a Helsinki term, man.
Hell
Y'all took that
no.
shit.
That's an ICP
Hold on a
lyric.
second.
What insane clown posse?
Right, let's look at this right now,
Who-
Andy.
I don't know. What edgelord wrote that before? I ain't a killer. Don't push me. Revenge is the sweetest joy next to getting pussy. Who is this?
Wallahi,
Wallahi.
this is
Yeah.
a violation.
I don't know what that's. Go on all.
Let's go to all. Yeah,
Who
hold
the
on a
fuck
second.
wrote that? Is it Tupac?
It's Tupac, dude.
Is
No.
it Tupac? I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
Yep.
Revenge is the sweetest joy next to getting put. Oh my God.
It's freaking from Hail
Hail
Mary.
Mary.
Yeah.
Shows, I mean, for one, shows how white we are. But also, Joe, you motherfucking edgelord.
I mean, I don't know, kind of a deep cut for Tupac, right?
I mean, Hail
What
Mary's a
album
pretty
was
good
this
song.
on?
I mean,
Machiavelli?
Machiavelli is still a decent song.
Yeah, I guess.
But the fact that this motherfucker put a Tupac lyric as if it was his bio.
Yeah.
Like, that's the most edgelord motherfucker. Like, how.
Interesting, right? Though.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Revenge is the sweetest joy next to getting pussy, says the guy who
what's-
never got some pussy.
Oh, right. What do you know about that Petri?
What you know about that pussy, Petri?
Petri. But yeah, regardless, on the 11th of October, Petri was headed out to do something. This was October 11th, 2002. He left the house at 12 p.m. He had his backpack containing his homemade bomb that he built into a 1.5 liter plastic bottle made with ammonium nitrate and nitromethane. And also lodged in the bottle was 6,000 metal pellets rigged with a radio-controlled detonator. There was also nails
Yeah, just
in there as well. And when you think pellets, think of like shotgun pellets.
Yeah, like BBs.
6,000 shotgun pellets, yeah.
yeah, just like a redneck claymore.
Yes. And between the hours of 12 p.m. and 7 p.m., he made a 10-kilometer journey from Tikurilia to Myyrmanni, which is the shopping center. He made several stops along the way, and people speculate that, maybe he had hid parts of the bomb in these locations on his stop and went to retrieve them, and he was building it along the way. I don't think so. I honestly, Andy, I think he just had to use the bathroom or maybe get a bottle of water.
It's a 7-hour by foot trip.
It's a little bit of a hike.
My man's got to take a shit somewhere.
Right. And you also have to ask yourself, why does he walk so far with this bomb?
Yeah, you're not building a bomb
Just
along
keep that
the
in
way.
your mind. Just keep that in your mind.
Any
right?
bomb maker would know. You're not traveling 10 miles and building said bomb along the way.
Right?
That's so much more dangerous
doesn't-
than just transporting a bomb.
Right? It just doesn't seem feasible. It doesn't seem smart at all.
No!
Yeah, but regardless, he arrived at the mall around 7:20 p.m. He went up to the second floor bathrooms where he actually added some more pellets to the bomb.
Oh, yeah. Just get a little more weight in there.
A few
Just
more in
cram that in there.
Yeah, this is interesting. A Finnish YouTuber was actually there that day, and he actually recalled seeing a man in the bathrooms with a backpack wearing all black. And when he went into the stall, he heard a clinking sound. And this was just minutes before the explosion.
That's always a great thing to hear in the bathroom. You go into a stall, you just unzip your pants, you sit down, you just hear a
Ting, ting, ting.
socket wrench going in the stall next to you, and some loose screws, and every once in a while just a.
You brought a fucking air ratchet with him? Where the hell's your power in that thing?
You need some TP over there?
You good in there?
You good in there, boss?
Right. Talk about some kidney stones.
What did you eat?
Lord. But yeah. So this was shortly before the explosion, which was around 7:35. Because at 7:30, Petri made his way to the central area of the mall, where a clown was actually blowing up balloons for children. There was actually a clown festival that day. There was like this whole clown theme thing. And it was kind of wrapping up. The mall was getting ready to close. I think the mall closed at 8:30 or 9, somewhere around there.
You telling me there was a clown festival at this mall this day?
Yeah.
All right,
more or less.
you have completely changed my entire opinion on this terrorist now.
Yeah.
So continue.
You think he's just trying to kill clowns? Dude, I don't think Finland feels the same about clowns as we do. When I was watching the stuff, they're like, oh, how could he interrupt the clowns? And I'm just like, bro, the fucking clowns are creepy.
Clowns are fucking terrifying.
Dude. But yeah. No, in Finland, they still love clowns, man.
Oh, they
Yeah.
they just haven't had the right kind of clowns yet.
That's right.
No, they haven't had no Gacy's over there yet.
Right. Pennywises. So at 7:35, though, tragedy struck when Petri placed the bomb on top of a trash can and the bomb went off. His body flew 15 meters as he was killed instantly.
You know that was, and I hate to say this in a despot way, but you know that was probably a pretty comical scene. You know that was a man who was really convinced that he was going to plant this bomb. He was going to leave. He was going to watch the destruction. He was going to see all
Evidence
these things.
would point to that, yeah.
And then he just takes that backpack off and plops it on a trash can, and you just hear a ding. Oh.
That was it,
You
dude.
just hear that click, click. Oh, boom.
No time to think. The explosion caused incredible damage. In total, 7 people, including Petri, were killed. 3 were children. 150 people were injured, some quite seriously. And the scene, naturally, was chaotic, but not panicked. Because, there really wasn't a time to be panicked, right? Before the bomb, nobody knew it existed. And after the bomb, everybody initially thought that it was one of the oxygen tanks that the clowns were using for balloons. So even then, people thought, oh my God, this was just a freak accident.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not freak out. Let's just help everyone who's injured.
And again, it's right at closing time too. It's not in the middle of the day. There's not a huge crowd at the mall at this time.
Exactly.
It's the end of the day. There's clowns finishing their shows.
Yep.
Whatever you say their show is. But yeah, there's clowns down there.
Right,
And
whatever that was.
And a big explosion happens.
Nightmare show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nightmare show.
Exactly. And when authorities quickly found out that the bomb had caused the devastation and it wasn't a tank. And Petri's ID was found on the scene. And further DNA analysis linked him to other parts of the bomb and things that were on the scene.
Yeah, his
including
hand
the
was probably
backpack.
still attached to the backpack.
Yeah, I'm sure it was pretty clear.
The question isn't whether the world is changing. It's whether you'll be ready for it. At Arizona State University, your education is built around the careers of the future. You learn from renowned faculty and researchers who are driving their fields forward, not just teaching about it. It's why we're ranked number 1 in innovation and number 2 in employability among U.S. public universities. Future-proof your career. Explore more than 350 programs at asuonline.asu.edu. That's a degree better.
The backpack was just imprinted upon his chest.
Oh, God.
Like there was just a JanSport logo burned into his chest.
Dude, right? It's like you hate to be insensitive about it because he was a victim as well, but also it's like you caused this. Like,
yeah, you're not a victim of this. You're a casualty in your own plan.
This. Yes.
You're not a victim of this. You're a casualty in your own fuck up.
Exactly. That's clear. But what's not clear is why. Like, why, dude? It's unclear whether Petri's intention was to detonate the bomb inside the mall or what, or if he was moving through the mall. But based on one of his messages from his bomb forum, he seemed very confident in when his bombs would explode. And one of his quotes actually read, "A detonation happens exactly when you want it to happen," end quote.
Listen, never trust
Famous last words.
Never trust a bomb maker who has all their fingers. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
they're
inexperienced.
They're
right?
inexperienced. They haven't had a fuck up or two that has really cost them anything.
Yep.
So they have not learned from their mistakes yet. So that's just a common little bit of information there. Never trust a bomb maker who's got all 10 digits left.
No. And also around on this forum, he spoke about dreams that he was having, which entailed basically this exact thing happening. Unexpected detonations that basically hurt him or injured him at the scene. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, okay. You little precognition here.
Yeah, pretty weird. And also, or maybe he was just, had a natural fear and paranoia about blowing himself up because you're making bombs.
Maybe he was not as
Maybe
confident
that's
as
a natural, healthy fear to have when you're making bombs.
Yeah, he was putting on an air of confidence, which he really did not have.
Exactly.
Yeah, this bomb's only going to go off when I want it to. And then he's putting the backpack on and be like, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly.
Please don't. Oh. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. But while they were on this forum, there was another user that kind of caught the attention of authorities, and he was actually brought in for questioning as well. Finland ain't fucking around. No, they're not fucking around. This guy called himself Einstein, and he was actually an administrator on the site. Turns out he was only 17 years old. He was a high school student, and he was arrested and interrogated for 3 days.
Jesus Christ.
They held him. He's nicknamed Einstein. But I think they held him so long because this guy kind of reveled in the attention. He did.
Yeah, he felt like he was a criminal mastermind, or he felt like he was some sort of kingpin.
Well, and also he felt detached enough where he could be bold.
Yeah.
He claimed not to feel much about the event overall. He said, because I didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to him. I didn't plan it. I didn't help him.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the news outlets asked him if he felt bad, and he said not in the slightest. But he also, like I said, he also seemed to really relish in the attention that he was getting. Not only from news and law enforcement, but also at school. Now finally he's the cool kid at school, right? But while basking in his 15 minutes, he voiced strong opinions about netiquette and how he didn't approve of internet conversations being regulated, which, in his opinion, would kill artistic expression. And I get that. I get that to a certain extent.
I get that to a certain extent.
But when you're planning terrorism...
Yeah, there's the whole thing about yelling fucking fire in a crowded movie theater.
Right,
It's like you have freedom of speech until it causes damage.
Right. Right, exactly. But he also said that he doesn't care about the opinions of flower hat aunts, which is a Finnish term for Karens, which is kind of funny.
I do like that
flower
term.
Hat ants.
A flower hat ant?
Yeah.
Like instead of a Karen?
Yeah.
Oh, you're some flower hat ant.
I think Karens would appreciate if we changed it to that.
Yeah, just instead of picking a singular name, just pick an idea.
Yeah.
You're
It's not really fair to Karens,
hat.
bro. It's really not. I'll say it. I'll stand up for you, Karens.
I wouldn't say flower hat. I would say floppy hat. You're a floppy hat ant.
Oh,
okay. You're one of those
Yeah.
ants who just comes out in like a sun hat. And
Yeah,
you're just
especially on Sunday.
You're going to complain about shit.
On Sunday, you're extra righteous.
Yeah, you got your sun hat and your big sunglasses.
But something else Einstein said that really didn't help him. He said, oh, by the way, if I were to build a bomb, I would build one exactly like Petri. Well, let me stop you right there because, you know what? Let me not stop you. Go ahead and build one.
Why don't you go
like
ahead and tell
Petri.
us exactly how?
Like Petri.
Can you show us
With
how?
early detonation and everything.
Yeah. Can you
Just
show
get
us
rid of
exactly how?
No. But yeah, so now we got to talk about the theories, right? And there's mainly the big three. But Petri never expressed having thoughts about self-harm or harming others. The criminal investigation found that he didn't have any intent to die in this explosion. The bomb was probably meant to explode at the mall, but there was no evidence whether this was meant to be while the center was open or if this was after. Because, the bomb had a timer. So why put a timer on a bomb if you're going to detonate it yourself? Mm-hmm. So that's why I rule out the suicide attempt.
Yeah, this is not a This is not a suicide
The public
bomber.
suicide attempt, it just doesn't seem practical because of that exact thing.
I don't see
why
this being
put a timer
suicide.
on it?
A suicide bomber would make a scene. They would call attention to themselves. They would want people to be as close to them as possible.
At the very least, Andy, they would leave a note. Right?
Yes,
something
like I said,
explaining what they did.
It would not be an accidental detonation on a trash can,
Exactly.
behind a pillar. It would be somebody who has gone into the most populated area and tried to get as many people around them.
Exactly.
So yeah, you can really rule out suicide.
I think so.
The suicide bomber.
Yeah.
Side of it.
Right. And so that brings us to, was it an accident? At least the timing, right? The theory of an accident has been particularly pushed by Petri's father, of course. His name is Petri Gerdt, and he wrote a book called Petri Myyrmanni, where he suspects that Petri was carrying the bomb through the Myyrmanni so he could explode it in a nearby forest. And maybe he took the bomb out to resituate it or something, and it exploded by accident. It's like, okay, Dad, it exploded by accident right in the middle of the mall?
Yeah,
not in the bathroom when he was adding pellets, not before, not during the 7-hour fucking walk.
Yeah, like
but
Dad,
it exploded in the middle of the mall by coincidence, Dad.
So you just want to your theory is your son's an idiot, and instead of taking a highly volatile explosive device that he was planning to blow up in the empty woods back in the back, instead of taking that through an empty area, he took it through the most crowded, condensed area he could.
Exactly.
And then accidentally detonated it. That's like, so you're saying your son went out as an idiot.
Right. And
that's your argument?
Not
Okay.
only that, Andy, at this time of day, it was already dark outside. It had already been dark.
Yeah.
At this time. So you mean to tell me he was traveling through that mall to go out into the pitch black woods to set off a bomb? That just doesn't seem safe.
Yeah.
What, he just wants to see the explosion light up the sky?
And
I don't know, man.
And it's a bomb full. It's not a. I know this sounds a little bit macabre. It's not like an incendiary device that's going to cause a big fireball that's going to make the night sky light up. You know what I'm saying? This is
another point I wanted to bring up. Yes,
this is
go
an
ahead.
improvised explosive full of metal BBs and nails.
For human destruction.
This is not for a visual thing in the sky to like a firework.
This is to
to
rip
cause
through.
damage.
Yes, sir.
So your argument, if he wants to go out to the woods to explode this, to do what exactly? To clear some foliage? I don't know what there's nothing about the bomb that he made that does not indicate you wanted maximum damage. You wanted physical damage, not just fire or light work or like a sound wave or anything. You wanted damage, and not in a boom kind of way, but in a shred and tear kind of way.
Exactly. So we already talked about suicide. I don't think that's a viable cause. It's just not. It just don't make sense to put a timer on a bomb, detonate it yourself. It doesn't make sense. The timing doesn't make sense to be there. There was no indication that Petri wanted to make a point. There's no point in him dying at that point.
There's no manifesto left behind.
There is not. So that leaves a deliberate bomb strike where Gerdt died accidentally. Where Petri died accidentally, right?
Which
maybe he intended to leave the bomb in the wastebasket or on top of it, whatever, with a remote control or with a timer or whatever it was supposed. And for some reason, it just went off early. Mm-hmm. And but again, though, the police, they have no idea why he would want to explode the bomb. And I think maybe He just wanted to see what kind of destruction it did to a man-made structure.
Yeah.
But that brings me back around again. Why did you put it right in the middle of the fucking mall?
If you didn't want it to cause human damage, like civilian damage, why put it in a heavily trafficked civilian
And why
area?
use the shrapnel?
Why use shrapnel types explosives? Why use nails and BBs? Why not use, plastic explosive? Why not use ammonium nitrate? Why not use more flammable stuff? If you're going to try to make an explosion
Exactly.
for the visual of the explosion,
Right.
there's people who can do that. And if this guy's a chemistry expert or a real fan of chemistry, you know how to make a visual explosion. But when you go out of your way to make a visceral, damaging explosion,
Yeah.
you've lost all credibility. You've lost the benefit of the doubt. It's like now we all kind of look and realize you were trying to cause damage. Like you weren't trying to cause
Definitely
a spectacle.
trying to cause damage. Yeah.
Like whether or not you wanted people to be caught in this, you were prepared for people to be caught in this. So
there is another possibility, and it's the fact that the kid
aliens?
the kid was sadistic. He really wanted to hurt people, and like most people who want to hurt people, they don't express that information. They don't put that out there. They don't talk a lot. They don't tell people what they're studying or what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And he had this dream or this vision because ironically he had lots of dreams of himself dying with bombs apparently. But apparently he had this vision where he was going to set this bomb up. He was going to go probably sit somewhere else, other side of the food court or whatever, and sit there and just wait for it to happen and revel in the panic that ensues afterwards.
Yeah.
And I think he was so focused on that and that adrenaline and getting off on that, and then being 19 too, you don't really have a good grasp on life, on mortality and finality. Mm-hmm. Maybe that was it. Maybe the kid was just destined to hurt somebody, and this is how he did it. And maybe the world and as a whole or at least Helsinki, at least Finland, is lucky that it took him on the first one.
Yeah, that took him out with it. So
Yeah.
it's like this kid was almost, kind of like you said, destined to do something bad.
Right.
But yeah, at the same time, it's like I kind of want to say, it's like you don't want to give the kid the benefit of the doubt because, there's no indication that this kid, like his dad said, was trying to go through the mall and go to an outdoor place. It's like I'd say you want to give the benefit of the doubt as much as you can. We always do in these cases. We try to give the benefit of the doubt. We try to find any way that this can be justified or explained away.
No doubt.
And sometimes the explanation is not what you want it to be. Mm-mm. And the actual truth of the explanation sometimes is this teenager was just not well. Yeah. And he was trying to do something that he did not understand the consequences of. Yeah. And yet, like we've talked about so many times, teenagers' worlds are so small.
Yeah.
And
it's like best case scenario. Like I said, he wanted to do an experiment. He wanted to detonate the bomb inside the mall, maybe empty, right?
Yeah.
And just see what kind of destruction it caused. But still,
it seems
even
almost
in that sense, it's like
it really does seem like to me, and this is a purely speculation
because of the
thing,
time, right?
because of
Setting
the time,
it so late.
It seems like almost like he was trying to maybe hide it in a trash can, so that he could then go hide and detonate it to watch the mall explode,
right?
Afterwards,
Exactly.
And so it's the accidentalness of it blowing up right in his face. I mean, again, you built a bomb, though, that was designed to cause damage. It wasn't designed to, bring down a subdivision. It wasn't designed to make a fireball. It was designed to tear through people.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's a weird situation to give the benefit of the doubt of, but I do think a lot of this, honestly, was accidental.
Yeah. Even authorities in Finland, they still don't believe that he was tied to any type of political agenda or even that it was nefarious.
Yeah,
I don't know how you can't think that it wasn't somewhat nefarious. I mean, Good gosh.
But yeah, he's got no ties to terrorist organizations.
No, he
he's
doesn't.
got no
No
manifesto left behind.
No religious extremism, nothing like that. So they kind of closed it as an open and shut case, like a one-off scenario. Everybody chill out. This is not going to be some uprising in this rebellious group that's going to be doing bombings around Finland.
Yeah.
And so they wanted to shut that down pretty quick. But I don't know, man. I still think that this case deserves a little bit more attention. Mm-hmm. And, in these forums like this, they all need to be, I guess they kind of need to be monitored in a sense. But I don't know. I believe in free speech too.
Yeah.
But without that type of free speech, this kid doesn't learn how to build a bomb in his room and take it and kill 6 innocent people.
Like I said, there is free speech to a level. Like I am fully in support of free speech until your free speech endangers other people.
Yeah.
So you run into that movie theater and you scream fire and someone gets trampled. And it's like, yeah, we all have free speech, but until you take advantage of it, until you take advantage of one of your rights, until you take advantage of one of your rights and hurt somebody, you kind of vacated that right.
Exactly. But guys, don't vacate your right to natural deodorant.
Don't vacate your right to smell good this summer.
Don't do it, guys.
Summertime is right around the corner, guys.
Right around the corner.
You're going to be taking up a storm if you don't get some of that Oh My Gaia.
Andy, it's mid-June. It's almost the middle of June.
Listen, my kids are on summer break.
Here, bro.
It is. You
see
the sweat stains on my shirt?
It is upon us.
I should be shirtless in the studio. Glistening.
We'll have to bring back video. But guys, because we have Oh My Gaia, we got you covered. And you can have it too at ohmygaia.com, ohmygaia.com. Oh My Gaia is an innovative, all-natural deodorant, fragrance, and beard oil company specializing in paraben and aluminum-free products. Their innovative line of deodorants inhibit the growth of odor-causing bacteria while still maintaining effectiveness. And I guarantee you there's a scent that you'll love at Oh My Gaia, ohmygaia.com, or at shop_ohmygaia on Instagram. And because you're True Crime Guys listeners, you can use the code word Crimepine, all one word, Crimepine, all one word, Crimepine, for 15% off your order anytime you order at ohmygaia.com. All right, guys. Don't forget to check out True Crime Pine.
True Crime Pine.
It's our very own scent. Yeah.
Oh, it's
True Crime Pine.
All-time year, baby. 24/7.
That's
365.
Right. Just like Patreon, guys. Patreon.com/True Crime Guys, the best way to support the show. We appreciate all of you patrons on there. And if any of you guys got case suggestions, comments on episodes, don't be afraid to reach out. Message us on there. We try to reply to everybody on Patreon. We appreciate you guys so very, very much. You can also be a free patron. If you'd like to just lurk around, see what's going on, you can do that as well. Also, check out Spotify. We have music on Spotify under True Crime Guys as an artist. You can catch most of our episodes on Spotify. But wherever you listen, make sure you leave a rating and you leave a review and you tell some friends, right? Mm-hmm. And give us a follow on social media at True Crime Guys. All right, anything else, Andy?
No, tell your friends, people.
Tell your
Spread
friends.
it for summer. Everybody needs a good podcast for the pool time.
That's right. We're on the TikToks now, too. We're on the TikToks. We're on the threads.
Right,
we're on all the things.
Everyone needs to be sitting by the pool this summer, just sipping on a nice margarita and listening to some True Crime Guys.
Get good and paranoid. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, until next week. Oh, next week we got headlines and shenanigans, Andy.
Oh,
you better get ready.
Michael, I will make you laugh. I will make you cry.
I'm excited. You always do. All right, guys. Until next week, I guess you have to keep on creeping.
Bye.